your hair just simply did not turn out right if you did not get maximum definition. And that's not the point of being natural to me. That's not the point of this movement. Actually, the point of this movement really should be a real wash and go, right? Hopping out of the shower and letting your hair just be. This portion of the video right now is in reference to a video that a YouTuber, she's a commentary YouTuber called Most of My Re. She did a video entitled The Failure That Was the Natural Hair Movement. And I really want to relate this back to sort of the 2010s of the movement, you know, where we're really in trying to embrace our natural texture of hair, right? I don't think that we've gotten there. I think that there is a lot of work to be done. And there was someone in her comments, the comment was perfect. It's something that I've been trying to say for a very long time. I honestly don't think the natural hair community failed. The huge amount of natural hair content and Black women proudly showcasing their natural hair across various social media platforms is proof that it didn't fail. I agree. I think it simply highlighted the fact that many other things such as texturism, colorism, and featureism have to be addressed for a lot of Black women to fully embrace their hair. Let's not pretend that outside of the quality of content and the kind of things that I create on this channel, that there were some prerequisites to my popularity. Having 4C hair, type 4 hair was something that wasn't necessarily talked about or celebrated as much when I first started my natural hair care journey and sharing everything online. Okay, boom, we got that. But we're also not gonna sit here and pretend that the prerequisite for popularity on YouTube doesn't have anything to do with hair density. I have very thick hair or high density hair that a lot of people admire and kind of want, right? Let's also not pretend the prerequisite for someone being listened to about hair care online isn't having long hair, which I do have. Let's also not pretend that texturism doesn't have little micro moments in each hair category, especially in type 4, especially if you are able to define your curls and coils. Can I get an amen? I will not take away the fact that I have worked very hard for the health of my hair, and I have learned so much, taken in so much knowledge, and shared a lot of that all over the internet to help other people. I'm not gonna take that credit away from me, but I also cannot take credit for things like the density of my hair, right? I was born with that. Colorism and featureism. I am also not gonna shy away from the fact that I do have a lighter complexion. I also have some features that people would say are a little bit closer to European features, right? Not saying that you necessarily have to have all of these things in order to be popular on YouTube, but I am not blind to the fact that these things have aided in my success in the natural hair community. So I'm not gonna really cover colorism or featureism. There are so many YouTubers that are so much more well-read and learned in those categories. T Noir is one of my favorite commentary YouTube channels, so I will also link her channel down below. I want to talk a little bit more about my personal experience in the natural hair community. Wash and goes. I started doing wash and goes maybe like 2 years ago when everyone was at home. I had the most views on my channel, the most commentary, my engagement was super high when I started doing wash and goes. And one of the things I think that attracted people to my channel was my ability to actually define my coils, being a 4C hair girl. There are levels to this, okay? In the type 4 category, there kind of is this hierarchy. Whether you want to admit it or not, the numbers do not lie. If you're able to show any kind of curl pattern having a type 4 hair, you are automatically going to be a little bit higher on this hierarchy, right? And my hair can be defined. Thus, people enjoy watching my wash and go videos. But here's the thing. Not everybody who has 4C hair can define their curls and coils. There's this misconception that if you cannot define your hair for whatever reason, You might have too much buildup, your hair must be incredibly dry, you're not using the right products, you don't have the right technique, whatever. Sometimes that is true, but the more that I did wash and goes, I got a little exhausted by the commentary, to be quite honest. The sea of comments that I would get if my hair was not perfectly defined, it bothered me. Not the comments themselves, but the idea that your hair just simply did not turn out right if you did not get maximum definition. And that's not the point of being natural to me. That's not the point of this movement. Actually, the point of this movement really should be a real wash and go, right? Hopping out of the shower and letting your hair just be, and not having 1,000,001 people talk about how it's not defined.
I was talking about all type of moisturizing, gel, this is that. I have product in my hair, dude. Hair is very moisturized.
We really need to get away from the notion that dull hair is not moisturized. The reason why type 4 hair in particular, or curly hair, looks dull is because of the way the light reflects off of the strand of the hair. Hence why straighter hair always looks a little bit shinier, or a lot shinier. Overall, it's exhausting. I'm exhausted, okay? There are very many ways to do this natural hair thing. You can be a natural who loves to be in protective styles all the time. You can be a natural that chooses to have their hair in wash and goes, weighed down by 1,000,001 products so that your curl texture can be seen. You can also be a natural who wants to lock or do free-form locks. We're not even gonna get into how toxic the natural hair community is to people who choose to do free-form locks. Or you could be a natural who literally wants to wash your hair, condition it, throw on maybe a little bit of leave-in conditioner, some oil, and walk out the house. Like, have their hair in its true natural state. You can also be a straightened natural.
Oh no!
You can be whatever you want to be. I wanted to make this video in particular just to highlight the fact that we do have a long way to go. We still have more work to do until we address texturism, colorism, featureism in this community. There's gonna constantly be people who are gonna go back to relaxing their hair, who are gonna feel discouraged by their own hair care journeys, who are constantly going to be comparing themselves to myself, my counterparts, other people online, until we can kind of unearth the fact that it goes a little deeper than just hair. We're gonna continue to struggle. If you're looking at my necklace and my earrings and my ring, not the earrings I got actually from Home Goods, y'all. This necklace and this ring I got gifted to me by a brand called Miansai. I will put all of that information down in the description box if you are interested. Share your thoughts. What has your journey been like? Do you feel like you're about to go back to a relaxer because you're just exhausted? Are you like protective styling like me right now because you're just like, chow, I'm a little tired. This video actually ended up being quite long, so if there's any extra footage, I will probably put it on my YouTube memberships channel so that the people over there can get a little bit extra. It's very similar to what my Patreon was, in that I will be doing live streams over there and putting any extra content that I have there as well. Go ahead and sign up for that and support my channel in that way. If you are interested, I know it's about to be thick in the comments, all right? I'll talk to you guys later on a Monday or a Thursday.